Hello, everybody. This broadcast is brought to you by the strange, the bizarre, the unusual. I like it. My name is Roger Hanson, and I'm here to present to you another story out of this series that we like to call Strange Universe. Like before with our ghost stories, I'm going to forego my usual introductory statement, and I'm going to do that because of the length of the stories. I'd also like to tell everybody that if we can't get the story into the 15 minutes that we make our videos, don't worry, we will continue the story with more parts until the story is finished. With that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for listening and begin the show, or begin the story. Thank you. The Voynich Manuscript is an illustrated codex that's handwritten and unknown. It's an unknown writing system. The vellum on which it is written has been carbon dated to the early 15th century, around 1404 to 1438, and it may have been composed in northern Italy during the Italian Renaissance. The manuscript is named after Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish book dealer who purchased the manuscript in 1912. Some of the pages are missing, with around 240 remaining. The text is written from left to right, and most of the pages have illustrations, diagrams, and some pages are foldable sheets. The Voynich manuscript has been studied by many professional and amateur cryptographers, including American and British codebreakers, both from World War I and World War II. No one has yet succeeded in deciphering the text, and it has become a famous case in the history of cryptography. The mystery of the meaning and origin of the manuscript has excited the popular imagination, making the manuscript the subject of novels and speculation. Nor of the many hypotheses proposed over the last 100 years has yet been independently verified. In 1969, the Voynich manuscript was donated by Hans F. Cross to Yale University Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscripts Library, where it is cataloged under call number MS-408. This manuscript actually has grown to have its own folklore, and a lot of people have their theories on the images on the side of the manuscript. The legends include like John Dee. John Dee was an alchemist who served Queen Elizabeth a long time ago. That maybe he was one of the people that were involved in creating this manuscript. The manuscript originated in Italy, unless John Dee was involved in sending the manuscript into Italy. There's no evidence backing it up. Codicology, or physical characteristics of the manuscripts, are studied by various researchers. The manuscript measures 25.5 by 16.2 by 6 centimeters, 9.3 by 6.4 by 2.0 inches, with hundreds of vellum pages collected into 18 queries, which is units of 25 pages. The total number of pages are around 240, but the exact number depends on how the manuscript's unusual foldouts are counted. The queries have been numbered from 1 to 20 in various locations. using numerals consistent with the 1400s in the top right-hand corner of each recto. Right-hand page has been numbered from 1 to 116 using numerals of a later date from the various numeraling gaps in the queries and pages. It seems likely that in the past the manuscript had at least 272 pages in 20 queries, some of which were already missing when Wilfrid Voynich acquired the manuscript in 1920. There is strong evidence that many of the books by Folio are reordered at various points in its history, and that the original page order may well have been quite different from what it is today. Every page in the manuscript contains text, mostly in an unknown language, but some have extraneous writings in Latin script. The bulk of the text in the 240-page manuscript is written in an unknown script, running left to right. Most of the characters are composed of one or two simple open strokes. There is some dispute as to whether certain characteristics are distinct, but a script of 20 to 25 characters would account for virtually all of the text. The exceptions are a few dozen rarer characters that occur only once or twice each. There is no obvious punctuation. Much of the text is written in single column in the body of the page, with a slightly ragged right margin and paragraph divisions, and sometimes with stars in the left margin. Other texts occur in charts or as labels associated with illustrations. There are no indications of any errors or corrections made at any place in the document. The dictus flows smoothly, giving the impression that the symbols were not enciphered. There are no delays between characters, as would normally be expected in writing encoded text. The text consists of over 170,000 characters, with spaces dividing the text into about 35,000 groups of varying length, usually referred to as words or word tokens. 37,919. 8,114 of those words are considered unique word types. The structure of these words seem to follow phonological or orthographic laws of some sort. For example, certain characteristics must appear in each word, like English vowels. Some characters never follow others. Some may be doubled or tripled, but others may not, etc. The distribution of letters within words is also rather peculiar. Some characters occur only at the beginning of a word, some only at the end, and some always in the middle section. Professor Gonzo Rubio, expert in ancient languages at Pennsylvania State University, stated that things we know as grammatical markers, things that appear in the middle of the words in the Voynich Manuscript. That's unheard of for any Indo-European, Hungarian, or Finnish language. Many researchers have commented upon the highly regular structure of the words. Some words occur in only certain sections or only in a few pages. Others occur throughout the manuscript. There are very few repetitions among the thousands of so labeled attached to the illustrations. There are practically no words with fewer than 2 letters or more than 10. There are instances where the same common word appears up to 3 times in a row. Words that differ by only one letter also repeat with usual frequency, causing single substitution alphabet deciphers to yield bubble-like text. In 1962, cryptologist Elizabeth Friedman described such attempts as doomed to utter frustration. Well, if you're interested in this, if you want to make a comment, feel free to make a comment. We are more than happy to accept your opinion, or if you have a difference in opinion, make that comment too. We don't ban or block anybody because of their comments on any of our pages, groups, or communities, and your opinion is respected. If you do have any disagreements with it, please be civil in your responses. If you are upset with a response that might irritate you, please show a little restraint. The best way of handling that is click like on the post to show your support. The more support for a post, the more it makes people mad who disagree with it, and you don't have to say a mean word to them. For that, I will let you go, and thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy another weird, strange, and bizarre day that we've shared with you, so that you can share with your friends. Bye.